Come down a bit, I don't think you can see you. No.
It's about him.
Shalom, shalom, Israel. Glad to be out here in the highways and byways. Another week, another Sabbath, preaching forth the gospel, waking up a lot of brothers and sisters to the truth, you know, teaching them the word, teaching them our true heritage, our true lineage, our true history, which is in the Bible. Obviously, we've got to face the East, and obviously give glory and all praises to Yahweh, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kadash. Massive shout out and double honours to the elders and apostles in and around the globe, preaching forth this truth, waking up a lot of brothers and sisters, you know, using outlets, social media outlets such as Instagram, YouTube, Twitter and whatnot, you know, to bring forth the word and also lift up a lot of our people. Obviously, every passing day, the prophecy of Ezekiel 37 is being fulfilled. A lot of people waking up knowing who they are, and obviously you have had such a significant influence with that. So, shout out to you lot. So the lesson I want to bring forth today is about the Most High, the one that brings forth knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, slash talent, abilities, and all other attributes that we attain as human beings. And the reason I want to bring forth this lesson is obviously a lot of people are very ignorant and to the point where they love to glorify women, so they say that, oh, I'm my own self, oh, I got to this position because of me, you know, they don't want to acknowledge the Most High, they want to say that they're perfect in their own eyes.
You know what?
So the reason I want to bring forth this lesson because obviously a lot of people, a lot of brothers and sisters like to glorify women themselves and say, oh, I got to this position in life, oh, I managed to attain this, that, whatever, due to my own intellect, you know, and also I want to also prove that it's not due to their own intellect as to why they get to the position that they are today. It's also due to the Most High, whether it's, like I said, whether it's physical attributes or psychological attributes or whether you're good with words and the rest of it, that all comes from the Most High. And not of our own intellect. So can someone grab me Exodus chapter 4, starting at verse 10 and finish at verse 12? Exodus 4:10 from 11 to 12.
Exodus 4:10.
Oh, Exodus 4:10. Couldn't hear nothing.
This is the book of Exodus chapter 4 verse 10. And Moses said unto Yahweh, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither hitherto, nor since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. Verse 11. And Yahweh said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb, or deaf, or the seeing, or the blind? Have not I, Yahweh? Verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with thy mouth, and teach thee if thou shalt say. Verse 13.
No, 12 is fine.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fine. So that was during a time where our people were under the captivity of the Egyptians, where we were held under the bondage of Pharaoh. And also it's the case where the Most High had it planned that he was going to send Moses and Aaron. Obviously, Moses right there, obviously specifying the fact that he's also very insecure about the fact that he wasn't very vocal, shall we say. He wasn't eloquent when it came to speech, you know. And obviously the Most High is reassuring him that, listen, I'm the one that makes the dumb, I'm the one that makes the deaf, the blind, etc. So, you know, he's going to teach. He says to Moses, I'm going to teach thee of what to say. This goes to show that, you know what, even with Moses, he used Moses as a vessel to rescue the children from the bondage of the Egyptians. He used Moses to obviously free the people, and even despite him being not as vocal as his brother Aaron per se, you know, it was irrelevant because obviously the Most High, like I said, the Most High is the one that gives everyone the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. So obviously the Most High was the one that ultimately that's going to teach us what to do, what to say. When obviously him and Aaron were crossing over to Egypt to free the people of Israel from bondage. You know?
Got a precept.
Go on, that.
I don't know if you got it. Let me know if you got it. It's John.
I don't have it.
This is the book of John chapter 5 verse 30, and this is Yahweh Shai speaking. So if Yahweh Shai knew that he needed the Heavenly Father to be able to do anything, then how much more us? It says,
That's right.
I can of my own self do nothing. As I hear, I judge, and my judgment is just, because I seek not mine own will, but the will of the Father of sent me.
And just to touch on that as well, as we know that Yahweh Shai, as we know when you go through the scriptures, Yahweh Shai was holy, that he was not corruptible. And obviously even someone that's not corruptible needed that wisdom restored unto him from the Most High. You know what I'm saying? So just goes to show that it's not of our own intellect. So if Yahweh Shai couldn't come with wisdom of his own intellect, and how can we? You know, bearing in mind, like I said, he was not corruptible. Like there was no sin within Yahweh Shai. You know. So can someone grab me Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6 to 7?
Romans 2.
No, Proverbs 2, 6 to 7.
Proverbs 2 what?
Proverbs chapter 2, starting at verse 6 and ending at verse 7.
Proverbs chapter 2 and verse 6. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom, out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. Verse 7. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly.
That's been Solomon's saying, this is Yahweh the one that gives knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, so it's going to show that it's not due to us, not from our own intellect. He's the one that gives it. He's the one that gives it to us. So, yeah, and even when you read throughout the book of Proverbs, where you see that Solomon's full of so much wisdom and understanding, you think about, wow, how can someone be so courageous and so good at work? But also, Solomon even said himself, it comes from the Most High, not from himself. So whatever individual may come across that's also very intellectual, whatever thing they're good at, you know, it's the Most High that blessed them with that ability and that talent. Someone grab me Ecclesiastes chapter 5, 19 to 20.
What verse what?
Ecclesiastes chapter 5, 19 to 20. Ecclesiastes chapter 5, 19 to 20.
Yeah, okay, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 19. And it reads, every man also to whom... That's the one you want?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, so I can take it from the top again. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 and verse 19. Every man also to whom God has given riches and wealth, and has given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor. This is the gift of Yahweh our power.
That's right.
Verse 20. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because Yahweh answereth him in the joy of his heart.
So this is the point I was making earlier, where people like to glorify within themselves and say, oh, I got to a certain position in life due to my own intellect or due to my own ability and whatnot. Obviously, you have a lot of people that obviously are very fortunate to be very rich in terms of materialistic substances, whether it's obviously money, they've got a nice house, nice cars or whatever, or, you know, you've been blessed by it. But obviously, you got to understand that, you know what, if we're brothers and sisters that have been blessed with those respective, you know, attributes, or just say, or those privileges, you know, is the Most High. You know, he's the one that gives us certain riches. You know, obviously it's a case where when you do have certain riches, whether it's money, knowledge, you know, all the rest of it, you got to acknowledge that it's the Most High the one that gives it to you. He's the one that's blessed you. You know, so obviously, as much as you can be obviously joyful and happy that you're obviously rich, whether it's some knowledge or money and whatnot, you've got to understand that, you know what, the Most High is the one that blessed you, and obviously you always got to acknowledge him in all ways possible, that he's the one that supplied you with such blessings.
Got a precept for you. It's 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 7. Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahweh's, and he has set the world upon them. It's the Most High that does all of that, as you said.
Yeah, and just to touch into what the brother was saying as well, you know, you have like a lot of athletes where they come with their stories and documentaries, how once upon a time that they were poor, that they were not able to feed themselves, they weren't able to feed their family and whatnot. You know, they're in a position where they were in a very compromised situation. And also once it comes to a situation where they become very successful and wealthy or whatever, you know, that just goes to show that the Most High can also uplift you from the ground and to a high place, you know. It just shows that you can bless you at any time. obviously when he does so, again, you got to acknowledge him, also give him thanks and praise to him for doing such a thing. Can someone grab me Daniel's, the book of Daniel, chapter 10, from 16 to 19?
It's the book of Daniel, chapter 10 and verse 16, and it reads, Behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, O my Yahushua, because it's in lower caps. Yeah. O Yahushua, by the vision my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. Verse 17. For how can the servant of this my Yahushua talk with this my Yahushua? For as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me. Verse 18. Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthened me. Verse 19. And said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee, be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord, even though it says Lord Yahushua, speak, for thou hast strengthened me.
So obviously that's also Daniel also referring to the fact that, just to give some background context, also Daniel was also favoured from the Most High favoured Daniel. And obviously this was during the stage where Judah were under the captivity of Babylon, when Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon at the time period. And also the case where, like I said, Daniel was also favoured. Also Daniel had the privilege to see visions. And obviously when you read like chapter 7 and chapter 8, it talks about the four beasts that he's able to see, and that was obviously the Roman, the Greek, and the Persian and the Median, empires. And obviously the case where Daniel came to a point where he was obviously feeling very sorry, and obviously his visions also made him feel weak and sick. And obviously hearing the voice of Yahushua, which the Most High also brought forth, strengthened him, So it's going to show that even Daniel, who was obviously very favoured, also was able to see visions, obviously had a lot of strength in him during his time, but his strength and the strength and the wisdom didn't come from his own intellect, That's the point I want to bring forward. It didn't come from him. It came from above. It came from the Most High Yahweh, So it's going to show that, even with these biblical prophets, that one that was obviously full of wisdom and knowledge, it doesn't come from them. All the strength that they obtain comes from the Most High Yahweh.
Like you were just saying, our ancestors acknowledge it, just like King David acknowledged that, man. All that, as mighty as he was and as strong as he was, he understood that it was by the Heavenly Father that he was able to have that strength. So this is Psalms chapter 144. This is Psalms chapter 18, verse 34. Psalms 144 and 144. It says, Blessed be the Lord my strength, who teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. Right. So as mighty as David was, because he was a mighty man, it was Yahweh that made of his hand to be able to fight.
Yeah. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3.
Stand to the side a bit up so that you're not talking to his back.
Oh, sorry, yeah. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse... Actually, I could start from verse 2 and then to verse 3. The Lord is my strength and song, and he is become my salvation. He is my God, Yahweh power, and I will prepare him an habitation, my father's God, and I will exalt him. I like that, my father's God. Verse 3. The Lord Yahweh is a man of war. The Lord Yahweh is his name.
Can someone bring out Jeremiah chapter 10, 23 to 24?
Book of Jeremiah chapter 10 and verse 23. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps.
Right, that's right.
O Yahweh, correct me, but with judgment, not in thine anger, lest thou bring me to nothing.
That's right.
That just sums up everything. That just sums up everything what I just said, you know. The way of a man's going is also not to himself, it's not from his own intellect, it also comes from Yahweh. So and obviously that's Jeremiah also being very humble and also acknowledge the fact that whatever he's possessed with is not due to his own courtesy, it's not due to his own will, it's due to the Most High, and obviously that's him also being humble. He's also showing humbleness by also fearing Yahweh, saying also judgment, you know, giving judgment like accordingly, but not in anger. So it's going to show that, you know what, he knows that the Most High is the one that's in control of everything. Also, he's the one that has the ultimate judgment, and he's the one that supplies everything, you know. And just one last one. Someone grab me one Chronicles chapter 22 verse 12. First book of Chronicles chapter 22 verse 12.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 22 and verse 12. And it reads, Only Yahweh give thee wisdom and understanding,
right.
and give thee charge concerning Israel, that thou mayest keep the law of Yahweh thy power.
And also, just to give some background context, also that's King David, obviously letting his son King Solomon know that, you know what, you got to also walk in the direction of Yahweh, do not go astray. And also that's also them like preparing for the temple, preparing for the house that Yahweh was planned to build for Solomon. And also from when King David passes on, also he's letting Solomon know, he's letting him know that, listen, is Yahweh the one that supplies knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, nothing's going to come of your own intellect, nothing's going to come from your own will. So obviously adhere to laws, statutes, commandments, and the Most High will bless you. You know, and obviously fall apart, then obviously the complete opposite will occur. So yeah,
just to add on to that, like the main thing that we really should be seeking is wisdom. And from wisdom, then everything else comes after that. Because if you look at King Solomon, that's what he asked for, and then he obtained everything else on top of the wisdom, you know. Because without wisdom, you can't really properly use the stuff, any blessing that the Most High might give. Anyway, you might say £1 million drop in your lap. Without wisdom, you buy a big house, big car, go all over the seas. Next thing you know, you're broke and you can't pay the bills for the house, you know. So
the kingdom of heaven is likened to wisdom.
That's right.
And it's the scripture says, seek ye the kingdom first, and all these things shall be added unto you. And King Solomon knew that. That's why, you know, he asked for the wisdom and understanding first. If I can get this, just quickly, if I can show this to 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 5, it says, Who then is Paul and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave every man.
That's right.
And it says, I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave with the increase.
that's right, that's right.
Yes, yeah, how about Shem Yahushai?
Increase in about wisdom. I just want to bring out this again, Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 7, and this is the book of Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing, therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding, because without wisdom you won't understand a damn thing.
I'm pretty sure.
Hopefully Israel, you're edified, and obviously hope you come to conclude that, you know what, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, all our talents and abilities don't come from our own intellect, it comes from Yahweh, you know.
Right.
It comes from another source, you know, and also just a case where obviously be blessed and be happy that you have certain talents and, you know, and certain attributes. And also you know, there's nothing wrong with being happy with them, obviously glorifying yourself with them to an extent, but at the same time acknowledge that the Most High is the one that gives you, the one that provides you those respective attributes and talents. So yeah, hope you're edified and obviously you know, and obviously just in all your ways just acknowledge the Most High in every possible way, and obviously always give praise and thanks to him for everything that you have.
Sure.
You know, and obviously you're gonna face the East, and obviously you give all praises to
Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Waha, Rakah, Kadash, Kwam Yashua.
Wafla Baba.
Shalom.
Shalom.